Hey guys, what's up? This is Koganinja and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it right now. What I'm going to be talking to you about is why dice controllers have sporadic results with their dice control. There are several reasons why this happens. The first reason why it happens is because, and when I say they're having sporadic results, let me clarify that. Let me really clarify that before I actually get into the reasons why. Most of the people that come into dice control that have training, been doing it 2 or 3, 4 years, they're only having this type of results. They're only having up wins and then down losses, up wins, down losses, up wins, down losses. So if you were to look at it on a graph, they're having this type of result. When in what you want as a real dice controller, you want to have this type of consistent upward winning curve on if it was on a graph. So, and I've seen this with all types of dice controllers, guys that have been doing it for a couple of years, guys that have been doing it for 5 or 6 years. I mean, it ranges the whole, it's a whole different amount of ranges. It's all over the place. And here's what I'm finding out. This is what the conclusion that I've come to as to why they're having sporadic results with their game. And I'm specifically talking about the 3-finger overhand grip and toss. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anything else. The reason why people have sporadic results is for several reasons. The first reason is they're learning the technique and they're not learning it correctly, either because the technique was taught to them incorrectly, or the technique that they learned wasn't thoroughly, in other words, they didn't receive all of the information to make up the technique. They're only learning bits and pieces of the whole technique. That's the first reason. The second reason is because they don't practice enough. If you are not practicing enough, you're only going to have sporadic results. The third reason that people have sporadic results is because they don't have a coach or a mentor. If you don't have a coach or a mentor that's telling you how to do it right, you'll never truly know if you're doing it right or wrong. And you'll never build in that proper amount of confidence that it takes to know that you're doing it correctly. And of course, the fourth one is your confidence level. If you don't have someone to tell you, hey, you're doing it correctly, you're never going to have the confidence to know that you are actually doing it correctly. It's a strange, dice control is one of those things that if you expect to be really good at it, you need to have all 4 of those things worked out. You need to get the technique learned, taught to you from a proper instructor that really knows what he's talking about and has a field tested record. And not him, and I could care less about the instructor or how good he is when he actually goes plays. What's going to make how you know the instructor is a good instructor is by the amount of great students he produces. If he teaches 500 students and only 3 or 4 are really good, that's an instructor you don't want to be learning from. You want an instructor that's going to be able to produce 5 winners for every 10 students that they teach. That's how you know that you have somebody that knows what they're talking about. If you have go to a school or an instructor and they're doing all these classes and seminars, but they're only producing 1% successful players out of 500 students, 400 students, that's horrible ratio, guys. That's horrible. That right there should tell you something is wrong in their delivery system, either their techniques or their delivery system or both. So be aware of that. That's the first thing. You got to have that proper instruction. 2, you got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice. 3, you have to have a mentor or a coach that's going to tell you, yes, you're doing it correctly. Yes, that is how it's supposed to be done. And 4, having that confidence level, knowing that you are doing it correctly. And the only way you get that is by having someone tell you that has produced winners, an instructor or a mentor who produces winners, tell you, yep, that's right, you're doing it correctly now. So there it is, guys. That is why dice controllers who come to dice control and have been in either they're new or they've been in it for a long time and they're only having sporadic results. Those are the 4 reasons why they're having sporadic results. If you want to come and train with me, I'll make sure that all those 4 things are taken care of. You come out and you train with me at my Shinobi Master level course, either in a private one-on-one, a video conferencing session, or a group seminar, I guarantee you that all 4 of those will be solidified and put to rest, and I'll put you on the path to being a great dice controller. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Check out my website, KoganinjaDiceControl.com. Reach out to me directly if you for a fast response. Koganinja777 at yahoo.com. Thanks so much for checking out this video.